Today I'm going to talk about car management procedures. Said procedures define the possible uses of company cars, like for instance the use of cars by relatives. According to the procedure, only the spouse, husband or wife is allowed to use the car, nobody else. Not bad, isn't it? Clear and complete, yet it lacks interest. If your audience is not made up of people who hang on to your every word and have a desperate need for the precious information you are delivering, your first goal is to prevail over their desire to do literally anything but listen to you. Admit it! You too, in a conference, in a meeting or a convention, have checked your emails, WhatsApp, Facebook, the weather forecast. In short, you've done anything but listen. Hence, as a speaker, your first goal is to fight and defeat all the distractions in the room. All of them. How? Focus on engaging your audience. Make yourself less ordinary, less boring. Debanalize. Try bottom-up, a two-stage strategy. Stage 1. If you're expected to talk about car management operating procedures, simply don't do it. If you do it, it will be precisely what your audience is waiting for, the opportunity to get their smartphones out and start browsing the web. Talk about something else. Anything will do. The farther away from the expected topic, the better. Bananas, for instance, or your favorite sport, or the mating rituals of meerkats. Force your audience to raise their eyes from their phones and ask themselves, am I in the wrong room, seminar or conference? Of course you can keep this up for too long, otherwise the answers to this question of theirs will be yes, and they will soon desert you. But now that you have their attention, they will feel compelled to stay and see where it's going. Not because the topic is interesting in itself, but because it is unexpected, unsettling, and so engaging. Stage 2. Create a short speech which logically moves from the initial bizarre topic to your actual topic, and once you get there, just keep going. You can now switch to top-down. I know it's not easy to find a logical connection between meerkats, mating rituals, and car management operating procedures. But if you really try, you'll find one. And I'm not suggesting that you make an impromptu speech on this connection. You can always decide, plan, and rehearse it in advance, so when time comes, you are ready. You know that meerkats don't always stay with the same mate. Sometimes they change, and you too can do it, of course. Just remember, only your spouse is allowed to use the company car, nobody else. And when you do it, if you do it properly, you will achieve at least 3 results. Oh, the audience will wow! They'll think that you are worth their time and leave their phones in their pocket. 2. The audience will think she is smart because she has been able to make those interesting connections. And 3. Each member of the audience will all think the same thing at the same time. I am smarter than the others because I guessed where he was going with the opening before anybody else. You have just started your speech and you have already scored some good points. Of course, you could also alternate bottom-up and top-down as you go along. For instance, if your speech is quite long, you may use bottom-up as an introduction to one or more or all of the different sections and use the top-down strategy within the sections. And if you want to create a wow effect at the end of your speech, try to end it by reconnecting it with what you said at the beginning. Not bad, isn't it?